And welcome back to another episode of Passion Beer. Nick here with Shane. And Shane, you brought something special down to share with me.
I did, yes. This is the Foothills Brewery Sexual Chocolate. Not only that, but this is their Bourbon Barrel aged version. I believe it's the 2011 bottled on 626.
Okay.
So
it's got a little bit of age to it.
A little bit of age. It's a Russian Imperial Stout with cocoa nibs, aged in bourbon barrels. 9.75%. I had the original, non-bourbon barrel aged. It was okay.
Okay.
A lot of people say this is a lot better, so I'm hoping for something good today.
Well, we'll definitely see and check it out
Absolutely.
because it is a little bit of an older vintage.
Yeah, it is.
26, and from the experience that we've had, a lot of the bourbon tends to dissipate.
Yeah,
a lot of that flavor.
I try to drink bourbon beers as fresh as I can just because I like that intense bourbon flavor. But we'll see, for sure.
Absolutely.
Really, I mean, a nice pour. Definitely sticking with the Russian Imperial Stout. I mean, it's got a nice darkness to it.
Very black.
Very black, definitely, yeah. I mean, it's got a nice tan head to it.
For those wondering, Foothills is based out of North Carolina.
Yep.
So it's not like a West Coast brewery, which we've typically been doing on video.
Thanks to Scott, nonetheless. But it's
moving back East Coast.
Moving back East Coast for sure. It's really got a like a roasted, chalky kind of roasted malt chocolate flavor to it.
It's not all chocolatey though. There's something there.
I mean, I don't really get bourbon on the nose too much at all.
It's not bourbon. It's more alcohol-y.
I could see that. I get a little alcohol. I think I get a lot of this roasted malt flavor more than anything.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I think
that's there right up front. But no, definitely.
It's not bad. It's different.
There's something.
It's not impressive. I mean, it's not really like a great smelling beer. But
no.
I mean,
Let's try.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Cheers.
First things first. I love how smooth the body is. There's very little carbonation, as you can pretty much tell with the head. And there's a nice fuller body. You get a little bit of the roasted malt and a lot of the chocolate from that malt. So I mean, really, really nice right there.
I'm going to say this. This is much, much better than the regular version. I mean, this has got a lot more going on to it. I think this has got, for me anyway, it's got a lot of coffee, like almost like a cappuccino type of flavor.
Yep.
It's got some chocolate, a little bit of bourbon, but I mean, it's got a nice complexity. I don't know what you're getting on it.
Very similar. Probably not as much bourbon as you're probably picking up.
I'm not picking up much, but I think it's there. I think it's there a little.
Yeah, ever so subtle.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the vintage. But there is a nice little bitterness to it from the hops. I think this one clocks in right around 80 to 85 IBUs.
Okay.
So it's.
You might be actually right. It's 85. Wow. All right, Nick. All right.
All right.
No, I mean it's definitely got this bitterness, but I think maybe it's mellowed a bit. You know,
it has, but I mean,
it's still there
for an Imperial Stout. I mean, I tend to like them a little bit hoppier, but I love the chocolate.
Okay.
That's right there up front. Backed up with the bourbon.
Yeah.
Definitely
get those coffee notes too?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of that might actually come from the chocolate.
Yeah.
That you're getting with that.
Yeah, because it's only on cocoa nib. Yeah.
It's more cappuccino flavor than coffee flavor.
Right. I think cappuccino was kind of the first thing that came to my mind with this. I mean, it's that chocolatey coffee roastedness. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's good.
So for a brew like this, what are you thinking rating wise?
Honestly, I mean, I really, really was not impressed with the non-bourbon barrel-aged version. That was actually really low, and it's kind of one of those, it's a hyped beer. It's got a lot of good press to it. I just didn't think it was that good. This one, though...
Well, with a label like this, you got to have good press.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this one, though, no, seriously, the bourbon barrel, it's much, much... I mean, it's pretty much a tenfold improvement over what the original was. This one, I'm going to go right a solid 90 on it.
Okay.
I think the original for me was even sub 80s. I think it was, maybe in the 70 range. It was really not that impressive. But I think the bourbon and the barrel, I think it adds a nice complexity to it. So a solid 90 for me.
And I'm right there with you, Shane. Not necessarily a 90. I'm going to have to knock it down a couple points. Mainly for the smell. I can't get over that aroma.
It's really nothing good.
There's just something there that it doesn't sit right with me, and I don't know. I mean, it may be the vintage of it, so it's hard to knock it completely. But overall,
the taste, though,
that's where I'm going with the 88. I mean, 88's nothing to laugh at all. No, it's just the aroma that threw me off a little bit. I definitely love to try some more brews from Foothills.
Right, definitely
off to a solid start and great first impression for me anyway. So
with that said, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.